Hey, good morning, Drew. Good morning, Joey. Thanks again for just making the time today. We really appreciate it. How you guys doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm very excited to see what you and Gavin have in store for us today.
Of course. Awesome. But yeah, so before we get rolling, I want to set a quick agenda so we're all aligned and using your time wisely. It's 15 minutes about pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that works with me.
Perfect. Yeah, so first I'm going to ask you a few questions to learn how you both track updates, manage ongoing projects, and communicate across your team. Something like what's working, what's slowing you down, and what you wish could be smoother. If what you're running into matches what we help CIOs fix, Gavin will walk you through a short live demo that's tailored around the exact pain points you bring up. And then if everything makes sense, we'll wrap up by talking through a simple, low-risk next step where you can test the solution in your real workflow. And if at any point you want to change direction or dig deeper into something, just ask. We're here for you. So does that agenda work for you guys?
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we really want to make sure this feels collaborative. We don't want it to feel scripted, so we'll follow your lead throughout the whole presentation. But before we get into all the operational stuff, I'd love to learn a little bit more about you guys. And I know all four of us are based in Indiana, so you guys kind of into basketball or no?
More on the football side myself.
Yeah, I'll watch about any sports, but I love basketball. It's my favorite sport. So yeah,
Big
uh,
IU guy?
yeah, I'm a IU guy. Their season just kicked off. They're still undefeated, so see how they
Yeah,
could do this
I know
season.
IU fans, they've been through a little bit of a roller coaster this year. It's like one week they look dialed in, and next week everyone's wondering kind of what happened. But Nick and I personally, we both go to Ball State University, so I was able to catch a game earlier this season, and the energy in that building was insane.
Yeah.
Do you guys have enough time to make it to IU games very often?
Um, I've been to a couple. I wanted to go to the Big Ten championship football game at Lucas Oil this weekend, but tickets are like $500. So
Gosh,
Mm.
gosh. No, I totally hear that. Just even like when your week fills up, staying on top of game basically becomes a part-time job. Honestly, it sounds a lot like your workflow. Tons of updates, tons of moving pieces, and not a lot of time to keep track of everything.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good little parallel.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, that's something that we hear a ton of from CIOs. We all understand that when the work piles up, managing those updates becomes its own job.
So, all right, so let's go ahead and dig into things like how they actually work today. So, walk us through your current process for tracking weekly or daily updates. How does your team stay aligned right now?
Uh, for right now, we just sort of been using spreadsheets and email to communicate and keep things organized.
Gotcha, gotcha. And what tends to be the most frustrating part of that setup?
I know for me personally, a lot of stuff can get lost. Updates don't get sent out to everyone, and deadlines can slip without anyone noticing.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
and
agree
I
with
mean,
that.
when you guys feel like deadlines slip like that, what kind of impact does that usually have on you? What kind of impact does it have on your team, on your timelines or on your communication?
Yeah, it just gets really frustrating when deadlines slip and no one's really communicating and on time because we just have to play catch up at that point and we just get
Right.
stuck in that loop of being behind and having to make up ground.
It creates a lot of delays and confusion, and honestly, a lot of unnecessary back and forth that could be avoided.
No, that makes total sense. And then for you both personally, how much time is going into chasing like these updates instead of focusing on the higher level stuff you actually like not want but need to spend time on?
Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too
Yeah.
much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we think that's totally fair. And I have a kind of an odd question for you guys, but if you could snap your fingers and fix everything you just described, what would that ideal setup look like for you?
I would just say like one place where everything updates in real time so nothing slips and so everyone could just look at one type of software or program to make sure that everyone's on the same page and deadlines are being met. Of
Just like a more streamlined process.
Yeah,
No, that's super helpful. Thank you for laying that out.
course.
Yeah, and so I just want to make sure we've got everything right here so we kind of don't jump to any conclusions. But what you guys want is one central place where updates live, real-time accuracy so nothing gets buried in email threads, fewer delays across your team, and a workflow that actually saves your time instead of adding manual work. Is that a fair summary for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like you hit it on the head there.
Great. And just to confirm, if we show you something today that delivers those outcomes, you'd be open to us seriously considering us for your team?
I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Perfect. So a bit of context is we work mostly with CIOs and IT organizations who are dealing with the same problems you just described. Things buried in emails, manual spreadsheets, unclear timelines, unpredictable delays. What they like about our platform is that it cuts reporting time by about 40 to 60% because the system handles so many updates automatically. And the best part is we don't expect your team to change how they work. We adapt the platform to your workflow. The whole point is to make your week easier, not add another system to babysit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so when we get into the demo, we'll kind of zero in on the real-time insights pieces, since that's what you said matters most to you guys personally.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if that's okay.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me
all
know if
good.
you can see that.
Yeah, it looks good. Your
Perfect. So
your
we'll
guys'
talk.
icons are um kind of over like the picture, but if you could like drag your pictures down a little bit.
Our icon.
Change it from the
Does that help?
no, it's the setting.
Um,
It's not. It's because you didn't.
Gavin's more of the technology
Yeah, we
person here.
apologize.
No, you guys
So
are all good.
no, I
I get
get
the
it.
trick.
This tech stuff, it confuses me too.
it can be. That's why you should do Gardner for
There's
CIOs.
always
But look,
something.
That's good. See what he did
we're
there?
gonna
I
stop
like,
him.
Yeah.
Real salesman we got here.
yeah. We got the
Really,
IT
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll try it again.
Yeah, between Zoom and Teams and
That better?
There's so many places where there's meetings and they're all
there we go. That's perfect.
That
Yeah.
better?
That's perfect.
Yep, that's
Wonderful.
Sorry
great.
about
We
that
apologize.
frustration. You know technology.
Yeah.
you're all good.
So let me go ahead and break down just this first slide for you. So this kind of breaks down into three ways that we can do stuff for you. So the first one is research. The next one is cost optimization tools, and the last one is that executive partner. So if you look into research, the My Gartner web portal, which Gavin will get into in a little bit, he'll break that down. But I wanted to talk about like the IT budget tool. It is a really cool, handy tool. It does things like automatically for you. So instead of doing that like all yourself, it kind of eases that frustration. But one thing that I really think is a cool thing that Gardner offers is this executive partnership. So essentially, it's kind of like a mentorship where you actually get to meet with another CIO that has been very successful as well. You do like you meet in a monthly call for about an hour or so, but you can ask them all your questions because they've been in the same place as you essentially. So that's kind of just like a brief overview. But I know Gavin will get into our next slide, which is that more of that research part.
Yeah, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about our Project Command dashboard. And this is something new that we're rolling out this month, actually. So let me highlight the three pieces based on what you told us. So the first thing we kind of picked up on is that you guys want real-time activity feed. And so anytime anyone updates a task, it appears instantly right here. No version confusion, no updated spreadsheets, just attached to your emails. And the second thing is our automatic progress roll up. So if someone checks the task as completed, the entire project status shifts automatically, so you never need to chase people for status updates. And then a third thing that we have is delay alerts. If I move a deadline out, notice the yellow notification banner that pops up across the dashboard. This system flags right before they become problems.
Yeah, I think that would help us out a lot. It sounds like
Tremendously. Yeah.
you have a lot of things on the dashboard that we don't currently have. So I
Agreed.
think it would be great to have that in our company.
Yeah, I'm glad that works out for you guys. So, and tying it back into what you said earlier, a central dashboard like this one means fewer weekly delays, instantly updated tasks, meaning you stop wasting hours chasing people, and alerts that are preventing things from slipping through the cracks. And everything here is built around the exact pain points that you had mentioned earlier.
Sounds
So,
good.
based on everything that we've talked about, everything you just saw, do you feel like your team would get more value from the standard dashboard, or would the analytics module, the one that predicts the workload bottleneck, solve a bigger chunk of your pain points?
I'd say the analytical model would be the most helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I personally agree too. And that's usually the piece that shifts teams from constantly reacting to actually staying ahead of their problems. And to kind of close this out here for you guys, the easiest next step is a simple 2-week pilot. It's low risk for you. Your leads get full access, including the analytics, and setup takes maybe 20 minutes. Would starting that on Monday work best for you guys?
Yeah, that would be great to just get that implemented and move forward with
I would be open to trying it.
Well, perfect. Well, we'll get everything set up, send onboarding over this afternoon. I really appreciate the time today, guys.
yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. It was very nice talking to you. Let's go Hoosiers, baby.
Have a good rest of your
Go
days, guys.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Hey,
See you
appreciate it
guys.
again, guys. We'll see you.
You guys have a good one.